When did my in-laws realize I wasn't the junkie they thought I was? So I've been with my wife Sarah for 6 years now. When we first started dating, her parents were not happy about me at all. They had this idea in their heads that I was bad news. Why? Because I have tattoos on both arms and I ride a motorcycle. That's literally it. Her dad Robert took one look at me and decided I was trouble. Her mom Linda was even worse. The first time I met them at their house for dinner, Linda pulled Sarah into the kitchen. I could hear her through the wall saying, "Are you sure about this one? He looks like he just got out of rehab." I pretended not to hear it. Dinner was super awkward. Robert barely talked to me except to ask what I did for work. I told him I'm a pharmacy technician at the hospital. He just nodded like he didn't believe me. After that dinner, Sarah told me her parents thought I was lying about my job. They were convinced I was dealing drugs or something. Linda even asked Sarah if I had a criminal record. Sarah showed them my completely clean background check from the hospital, but they still didn't trust me. Every time we'd visit, Linda would make these comments. "Oh, you're still working at that pharmacy?" Like she expected me to admit I was lying. Robert would ask weird questions about my motorcycle. "Where do you ride it? Who do you ride with?" Like he thought I was in some kind of gang. I ride it to work and back. That's it. This went on for 2 years. Every holiday, every birthday, same thing. They'd be cold to me, make little comments, watch me like I was about to steal their silverware. Sarah felt terrible about it, but didn't know how to change their minds. Then last March, Robert had a heart attack. Not a huge one, but scary enough that he had to stay in the hospital for a few days. Sarah called me crying, saying her dad was in the ER. I was actually at work when she called. I told her I'd meet her there. When I got to the hospital, Sarah and Linda were in the waiting room. Linda saw me walk in and her face just dropped. Like, oh great, him. But then one of the nurses from the cardiac unit came out. She saw me and smiled. "Hey Marcus, you here to see someone?" I said, "Yeah, my father-in-law just came in." She checked her tablet and said, "Oh, Robert, he's stable. Dr. Patel is with him now. You want me to check if you can go back?" Linda's mouth literally fell open. The nurse walked us back to Robert's room, and the whole way she's talking to me about work stuff, asking if I picked up extra shifts, talking about some new medication protocols. When we got to the room, Robert was awake. The doctor was explaining his treatment plan. I stood there listening, and at one point, the doctor mentioned a medication name wrong. I politely corrected him. "It's actually administered twice daily, not 3 times for his dosage." The doctor checked his notes and said, "You're right, my mistake. Thanks, Marcus." Robert just stared at me. After the doctor left, he finally asked, "You actually work here?" I said, "Yeah, have been for 8 years now, downstairs in the main pharmacy." Linda looked at Sarah and said, "Why didn't you tell us he really worked at a hospital?" Sarah threw her hands up and said, "I've been telling you for 2 years." Over the next few days, while Robert recovered, I'd stop by his room during my breaks, brought him magazines, checked on his medications, made sure the nurses were taking good care of him. One afternoon, I came by and Linda pulled me aside in the hallway. She had tears in her eyes. She said, "I owe you an apology. I judged you completely wrong. You've been nothing but good to our daughter and I couldn't see it." I told her it was okay, I understood. She said, "No, it's not okay. I made assumptions based on how you look and that was wrong." Robert apologized too before he was discharged, said he was sorry for being cold to me all this time. Now when we visit, it's completely different. Linda hugs me when we arrive. Robert asks about my motorcycle because he's actually interested, not suspicious. Last month at Sunday dinner, Linda told her sister, "Our son-in-law works at the hospital, saved his father-in-law's life." I didn't save his life, but I didn't correct her. Sarah just squeezed my hand under the table and smiled.